I just wanted him to get to know you a little bit. Tim, can you show your face?
I'm trying. Hold on. Hey.
Yes.
So that's Sajina and Johnny right there. They're the two awesome guys that hosted us last summer. How was your trip, Sajina?
Oh, I'm enjoying.
Yeah. How long you been?
Houses, so many houses, so many cars, so many Uber drivers.
It's no van, but we'll treat you nice.
I am enjoying. I should have planned well in advance, taking all the cars, a picture of all the cars, and framing everyone in my home.
That's awesome.
That would have been a fun.
That's awesome.
But I can stand at the Orange Conference and click around 50 cars, and I tell them these are the cars which took me, because I find every car.
It's funny, they just keep showing up and you can get into whatever one you want.
Yes.
How's the conference?
It's going on.
You want to drink of water?
No. Place has been shifted to, we are promoted to upstairs.
Oh, cool.
And the people are on the ground floor, and the campaign is going a little slow.
Yeah.
But still, God is good.
Good.
We have one more day to go.
And you guys are actually recruiting for Rice Bowls, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how we found Shelly. Or Shelly found us.
That's right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. It's
I'm going to put that on my evaluation. You need to move them back to...
Did you get an invite from Andrew?
No.
You did not?
No, I didn't.
Hey, Andrew, can we invite?
It might be easier to do it on my computer.
Yeah, we're rolling on my phone right now. If we can get it on Johnny's computer, it might be a bigger screen for everybody.
Hold on one moment. Let me, I thought I sent it with the rest of them. Let me.
Okay.
Try it again here. Paste. There's an invitation posted. This is my first time using this as a live broadcast thing, so.
There you go. All right, I'm just give me a minute.
Right. Tim's forcing me to learn a new industry here.
I can't help it that Apple is exclusive and doesn't share with others.
Yeah, right.
Apple's like that greedy kid in the back of the classroom that just won't share any of the toys and keeps all the good ones for himself.
Once Johnny is on, we'll just all go to his computer.
Okay.
It's trying. I don't know what the issue is. We use Google Hangout all the time, so I have it already. It's in there, but I don't know why it's not showing up. Have to read it. Okay. I gotta agree that.
There we go.
If he cuts it off, it'll stop. Now.
Better. Now we can see all of you.
Is that
Somebody's
Tim?
upside down.
That's Tim. He's doing handstands.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Keep pulling your screen down more.
I bet.
Hi.
I was trying to get my get online with my computer, but I don't think it's working.
Do you want me to try to send you a link again?
Sure. If it doesn't work, it's not a big deal. We can use my phone.
You were not allowed to join.
Sometimes if you don't have it already downloaded, it's not going to work. You have to set it up in advance.
It's airing out. Wait, I think I'm actually in it, but I don't know what's happening.
Just use your phone.
Because you're using
We'll
the
just-
same account for both your phone and your computer.
Probably. Don't worry about it. We'll just use my phone.
Okay. Well,
All right, who's going to start this grand celebration?
a large part of this was for Tim and Beth to get a better idea of the mission.
Andrew, you're muted.
He's muted. He's talking.
I can hear him.
Now, oh, you can hear? Wait, I don't know what's wrong with him. I heard him before.
How about?
Andrew?
Yeah. Yeah. Johnny?
Andrew?
There on the top.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I love videos.
Nathan? All right. Well, I'm keep working on it here. Johnny?
Try it now.
How about now?
Can we go back to Tim? I can't hear Tim either.
You any better?
You're doing some. What happened?
Tim, what do you got on this? Anything?
They can hear each other.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay.
So the question.
I do this all the time. Everything is set and ready. I have no idea why I cannot hear you.
Okay.
Everything is on go.
How about now? Nothing?
I wonder if is the invitation still live? If we were to
Back in.
Tim, you there? Now I can't hear you. Tell me you're
How about
screwing.
now? Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Now.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
You know, you always just have to log in and log back out. That's just the way
When in doubt, pull the plug and count 10 seconds.
the magic works.
All right. So, like I was saying, that you guys can hear me. The initial intent for today was for Tim and Beth and anybody else who was able to join. Everybody else had something going on. Was to get an idea of what we would do on a mission trip, how that would look, and then from you guys, I'm sure you and the Trinity team have been talking about it, but what you need from us and what would look like on your end. So initially, I'll just kind of give you guys the floor since you, Shelly, and Rocky have been talking. I'm sure you guys have much more up-to-date details than I would. So do you guys want to kind of explain what a mission would look like over there?
Yeah, I'll kind of start, and then we can just everybody put their 2 cents in. You know, I think a trip to India is really going to be fascinating. It's going to be enlightening. If you've traveled, you know, anywhere around the world, this is a place like none other, and it's going to give you an experience to see a lot of amazing children. And that's the reason why we do what we do, so you can see and visit and play with and eat with our kids. Because they are important, they are our heroes, and we want people to meet them. And so that's the biggest part about what the trip is. You'll experience the culture of India, you'll experience the food, you'll get to do some sightseeing and things like that. But you know, the main thing that we do is just spend time with kids and do life with them. We feel like that's important, that a child knows that we're coming for them and that we want to visit them and we want to spend time with them. And so we have 5 different children's homes and then a school that your church partners with that we'll be visiting with that week. So there'll be a lot of children. There'll be overload, but we'll get to spend some good time with a lot of kids. And we'll take on some projects. We'll take on getting a need item for them. We were talking about that earlier. We're going to be working on exactly what a need item would be. You know, a towel, you know, extra sheets, things that would last a while. You know, but then also some, you know, we might take a fun item as well so that we, you know, enjoy the time with the kids. And then, you know, something that we might be able to do as far as our giftedness is to invest back in the staff and the house moms. And Andrew, I think you know, you and I and Shirley talked about this a good bit. I keep saying Shirley. I don't know. That is just totally her name now. That
Forever and ever.
we just started calling her that from now. We have a few people like that we've created nicknames on teams.
Surely
So-
that will stick.
That will stick. We have a few people that are like that, and so if you come along and somebody gives you a nickname, it's just going to stick for sure, and I'll just keep using it. And so we talked a lot about using what giftedness God's given us to teach and train them, like, you know, taking some first aid kits and really showing them how to use that. And, you know, I found out that even a simple thing like administering Tylenol and what a list of things that you could administer Tylenol for is just foreign to a lot of homes. And so, you know, very needed, you know, basic first aid type stuff. So we've talked about that. You know, we've talked about, you know, just doing a service project at a couple of different homes while we're there, since, you know, we're going to concentrate most of our focus in Bangalore. So we'll fly in and out of there. And so I still have the dates. I don't know if they've have changed any since we've talked last time, but October 19th through the 27th, be a total of 12 people. Would be 12 people, me and Sajena, and then a driver. Would be a 15-passenger van that we would rent to go around. And of course, 15-passenger van means that you just add 3 or 4 kids in there with you, you know, a bunch of backpacks and a bunch of stuff that you're just sitting everywhere. And so we'll get close for the week. And we'll be staying at the guest house, which has, we just figured out it's, you know, we can, with the new bunk beds that we're going to buy, it'll sleep 14. So there'll be, you know, up to 12 of us, and then a couple of them will be staying there as well. So, yeah, we just really need to kind of decide who's going to go, get that locked in, lock in the ticket price. Once we lock in the ticket price, everything pretty much goes smooth after that. You know, it'll definitely, I'm assuming most people have a passport. You know, traveling to India is, you know, it's not for the faint of traveling. So if you've traveled somewhere before, that's probably super helpful. So you have a passport. All you need to get is a tourist visa, and definitely sign up for the tourist visa, not the humanitarian visa. And it's online. It's simple to do. And then once the tickets, airline tickets are done, the travel visas are back, everybody's settled that way, then, you know, everybody on the team pretty much, you know, we'll come up with a schedule and have it to where it's really accommodating for everybody. And that runs really smooth most of the time. And then once we get there, we'll, you know, I think we probably need to have another, you know, Google Hangout meeting like this, you know, kind of a mandatory, you know, everybody that is going. And so kind of that you go over what shots you'll need, what, you know, packing you'll need. Even though we provide all that in writing, it's always good just to have a Q&A time of kind of what to expect. And we can do that a little bit closer to the time that we depart. And really it's kind of show up, hit the ground, have a glass of tea and enjoy masala hot tea. You'll love it. If you don't love it, just stand by me and I'll have your cup anytime. So that's really just kind of in a nutshell, you know, how the trip would work. You know, both Karina from our office here, and then of course Jenna, who would be there on the ground, is here with us. So any questions you've got, fire away, and we can kind of, between the 3 of us, take care of them.
Tim and Beth, is there anything immediately that comes to mind as far as questions you guys have?
Well, what are like the names and locations of the places we're going to visit? I mean, I have 5 homes, 1 school, and a guest house, but I bet there's a lot of those in India.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, the guest house is actually the 2nd floor of Sajina's brother's house. The 3rd floor is the orphanage, and it's called Hope Point Children's Home. And so this is actually his residence. He has 2 different residences, one at a college that he teaches at, and then this home. And so we'll be staying there. one of the home is called Violet's Children's Home, Living Hope, Rakshana Children's Home, Bethesda, and then Reaching Hands. And then the school is Parikama. How you say that?
Parikma, I believe.
Say it again.
Parikma.
Parikma. Okay. Parikma. Yeah.
Can you spell that?
I have it.
I can. So, Tim, I will send you a copy of the mission proposal that we used last year, and the bottom left-hand corner of the second page, it's got a list of a sample itinerary.
Okay.
And so that itinerary has on there kind of, and it again just a sample, so it'll change a lot. But it's got Violet's Home, Living Hope, and all that. And then we can send you. I can sit down with you and actually show you pictures of each one of these homes and make you more comfortable about what it'll be. I can say from a personal experience when we were over there, I'm a doer. You know, obviously at the fire department here, we show up, we fix something, and we move on. You know, and so it was very foreign to me when Johnny says we're there for the kids to just show up and only be there to spend time with children. And I thought, okay, well that's different. You know, I mean, it's different to not be there for anything more than a relationship. And I didn't realize it until I got there how radically important that is to these children. These children have very little, if anything, and they just crave a hug and quality time and laughter. You know, some of these small kids the 2-year-olds are being raised by 6-year-olds, and just the love in their hearts and the discipleship that we get to do to them is earth changing. You know, it's both in their world and in yours. You know, and it is an experience like no other. You know, but it's definitely worth it. As far as the details from the homes, though, I'm happy to get those for you if you want those.
Sure.
Yeah, finding some of these places on the map will be difficult.
Sorry, go ahead.
Finding some of these places on the map will be difficult.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just trying to get, I mean, India is a very big place. I'm just trying to get my bearings as to where we're going to be and whatnot.
Yeah, we're going to be in and around the city within an hour of, you know, Bangalore city. So, you know, we're going to spend most of our time there. And Bangalore is one of the, you know, bigger cities in India. And so that will be the plus, that we're not traveling around a ton.
Right.
And we will, you know, I'll guide you over there. So Jenna will be the first person we see when we walk out of the airport. And so they'll be with us all the time. You know, we'll have you know, people that will be with us, translators, the house moms, the directors, the staff, very accommodating. You know, we'll take really good care of you. You'll be in great hands.
I love that because I've been on many mission trips, and I don't know if you guys can hear me, but this was the one where you didn't have to worry about stuff. Like once I knew they had it, I just had my role, and it was really, really enjoyable and able to relax and just enjoy the kids. I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to order my own food, which thank you for that, because that's a big deal in a different culture. Is you trying to figure all that out. They do such a fantastic job of letting you just be with the kids.
Yeah, so I think
I'd like to do more of that.
I think the unique thing is that, you know, we do have a staff person on the ground in India. And so, you know, and I've had the experience of doing this for 25 years of doing mission trips. So you know, we're not experts at it. We try to figure out something new every time and try to improve. And, you know, we met and talked about the accommodations this morning and just some different things that we could do. And so we will always try to get better, but we've kind of honed into a pretty good trip of what most Americans, you know, want to experience. You know, doesn't make them, you know, have to be in the bathroom the whole time. And it's just a great, I mean, India is a place like no other. If you've ever experienced anything fascinating, this will be that times 10. It's just that diverse, and it's that the colors are amazing. The kids are just fabulous. You're going to love it.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll piggyback on what Johnny and Shirley have said. Is that I'm gonna go with it? Is I was with Jenna and the In Country crew over there, and then Johnny's depth of experience is very obvious when we get there, and I never felt more comfortable. You can walk around some of our neighborhoods and feel less comfortable than you do over there, and so Jenna's willingness to go out of his way and take care of you, and the westernization that they've done for us to ease in our sensitivities and all that kind of stuff. It's dramatic, both the experience while we're over there, but also the amount of care and effort they go into making sure that our needs are met is really awesome.
Andrew, you going back?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you'll also have the two of you who are experienced at doing this, with people that and you've gone to church with for a long time. So that I think this team is setting itself up to be a really great time in India serving the kids.
Okay, so that kind of answers one of my concerns, and I think you kind of answered that a little bit before, Andrews, was the whole like, how is this more impactful than if you're going to paint a wall, wouldn't it be more impactful to pay a local person to paint the wall, right?
Yes.
That type of thing. But this is more of a interpersonal mission than a physical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely don't want to take a job away from any local because we're taking our vacation time over there, and we want to take a couple of photos because we were able to paint someplace. And so we really do adhere to that. It's helping hurts mentality. And so children just need to spend time with you. They really don't. Yeah, they really don't need a new room because many of these kids are, a short time ago living on the street. So any room is fine with them. So having a newly painted room and us to go over there and feel good about doing that, that's just not something that we've really done. And you'll enjoy it. It seems, like kind of what Andrew said before, and I've had a lot of people give that testimony. It just seems like, oh, what's this trip going to be about? But then when you really realize the value of your time investing in the life of a parent, it's a big deal.
Sorry, somebody's getting toned out. I'm still good.
You don't have to leave.
No, I'm good.
We want to see you come down the pole and all that.
We actually have a McDonald's Playhouse slide.
Oh yeah, see it.
And I didn't get to go down that the one time I was there, and I'm still a little sad.
Maybe let's do another Bible study here, and you guys can all go down it.
I definitely want to do that.
Come on in.
I want to add that just, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just one of the things I realized mainly by the end of the trip is the time I spent with individual children. And what kind of happens is kids pick you.
Mm-hmm.
It's, they just have a connection with you, which is just, I don't know how to explain it, but I had kids come up to me, and when I was able to just hear their hearts and pray for them, it meant the world to them. And you wouldn't think like just a simple prayer that it would mean so much to somebody, but it really does. And a lot of the girls would just cry because I heard their heart and they were seen. And that it added a lot of value to who they are and that they're God's child. And I will take that with me forever. And it was such a beautiful, holy moment with each child. I don't know how to describe it. I wish I could describe it adequately. But that one-on-one time, and it might not be praying for them. It might be kicking a ball with them or, but they will never, I don't think they'll ever forget you. And it was one time when somebody said, you're important. You're special, and I see who you are, and you're a child of God. And that was one of the big overwhelming things for me is I still think about the kids and pray for them. Because some of them I had one little girl tell me, please don't forget about me. And I'll see her face and I pray for her. I can't even remember her name. That's crazy, but I pray for her all the time. I think about her all the time. She's really just stuck in my heart.
And Beth, I will say that will be when I look at our list of potential attendees on the trip, that'll be something that you can bring to the table that none of us can, because they are very, very gender split over there. So for Tim or myself or Rocky to go and really ministry to some of the young women over there is culturally not as acceptable as you might think. So, the power that the women had on our last trip to sit and pray and listen and pray for these women or these girls who are going to be given a new wife here soon, or, and try to pacify the fears that they have and turn their fears to hope in Christ. Just from an outside looking in, I was even impressed on how much and how impactful that was to them. I can only imagine what she actually experienced, but I can testify that it was pretty remarkable. So, I wish we could leave both the kids at home by themselves, because I would encourage Megan to go, because we need women's love, truly.
Just get them a dog; they'll be fine.
The dog or the kids in India or my kids?
Your kids.
No, I'm not getting my kids a dog. Nope. So, Jenna, what do you have? What are your thoughts? What are you hearing?
You will enjoy India, and you'll never forget. You will be coming back again and again. I see Andrew coming back again, and I'm sure the entire team will plan again and again, and kids will be blessed by your coming.
Truly. To the Kronks, I'll say one of the memories I have is, forgive me, I can't remember the name. The one, Shelly, the one with the little girl who was laughing. It was the mid-stop between Chennai and Bangalore, the one we stopped.
No Blooming Buds?
No, it was the one before that, in the middle of nowhere.
Shalom.
Shalom?
Yeah.
In Chittoor? Yeah.
Chittoor.
That one, they gave us thank you notes.
Mm-hmm.
And the thank you notes were written on paper that you guys had given them, Rice Bowls had given them like 3 years in advance.
Yes.
They saved the 20 pieces of paper that they got and brought them home and saved them for 3 years just to write thank you notes to the people. Like, it's unimaginable the limited resources that they have, yet the kindness and generosity and the thoughtfulness that they put into the utilization of those. It's just, it's truly, truly, like you said, it changes you.
And those are the kids, for the first time they are meeting someone, outsider, and touching you and playing with you, speaking to you, and going around and having fun with you. And again, I visited several times, and they were asking again and again when the auntie, uncle will be coming again and again, and they love that. And they will never forget you, and they will be keep on praying for you, and thinking about you, and so many things goes on in the child's life. And Blooming Buds was the first one, okay, where they see people like someone from outside, okay, missionaries with a white skin, and they want to be with you, eat with you, and touch, play, all this fun, and they will never forget you. They may not remember certain names, but they will never forget the touch what they make.
Or how badly we did at cricket.
Well, we won't talk about that. You gave it your best.
Yeah, there you go. So, Beth and Tim, what are you guys? What are your thoughts?
I think I need to practice cricket.
There's no way to practice enough. They will school you. Beth, do you have any questions about even just operationally or ministry-wise or anything?
I can't really think of anything.
Okay. So, I can say that, and Shelley, the first 12,000 for the trip was confirmed by the Trinity Foundation. So that actually almost cuts the trip in half. So that'll go about 1,000 per person. On an operational side, Shelley, I was looking at today, the owners just got back from Indonesia, and they said that they won't be able to make it. So we have 2 seats still open. Shirley said she was going to commit by Monday, and Kelly Cantwell wanted to be on the call tonight, but she's at the Blue Jackets hockey is in the playoffs, so she's actually at the game. I told her to step out. We'll keep a space open for her, but that would be hard to hear.
Yeah, good luck selling that.
Right. Shelley, do you know about Bailey?
I think Bailey's a go.
Okay.
Oh, she is.
Say that again.
Bailey is Bailey Capper.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize she was there.
Shelley?
I also have, like, if there's any spots left, I have room for 1 more people that would be happy to fill them with our church.
Yep. And it sounds like
From the organization. They're in a different state, but they would be
I
happy
said
to.
me. I'm in a different state.
Yeah.
so there was a couple of opportunities to expand Rice Bowl's relationship outside of Trinity with this trip, which room for 1 more is on that list. And then Beth and Tim, your friend, is he still interested?
I'd have to talk to him,
Okay.
but I can do that if there's a seat. I was kind of waiting to find out. Last you and I had talked, it was wait until we see if we have room.
Yep. And we've had 4 people that were interested that are not able to make it. So, and it's the same 2 slots that got traded over both times. So we've got Bailey, Shirley from Tom's, not Shirley, Kelly Cantwell. Shirley and Kelly Cantwell will know in the next week. Beth and Tim, Rocky, Andrew, Shelley. That's 8. Why don't you go ahead and approach Kronks, your friend, and see if he's interested?
Okay.
And we can give him a full rundown. What's his name?
Jake.
Okay.
And I don't know if his wife would be interested or not. Her name's Gina. I can reach out to them like
Okay.
tomorrow or something.
Yeah, and give them a rundown. Let them know we can brief them on what the trip would be like if they're interested.
Okay. Do we have you had mentioned like a potential at least a starting itinerary. You said you were going to send that to me and I can use that to maybe talk to them to give
I
them
will
an idea
send you the
of
trip
what it looks
proposal. Some of the dates are wrong and stuff like that, but the general scope of it's accurate. I'll send that to you as soon as we get off the call.
like. Okay.
And
And then when do we expect to have something like that accurate for this year's trip?
So that is accurate for this year's trip. The dates currently are between the 19th and the 27th. The only thing that would change there is of October. The only thing that would change there is flights and small stuff like that. So if it's $500 cheaper to go on a Sunday than it is a Saturday, we'd move it one day or the other. But
Yeah.
for the most part, we're all planning on that being the 19th through the 27th. And Johnny and Sajina, we're still pretty flexible on the actual in-country time frame and stuff like that, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah, we're here to serve you. So we need to change a date here or there, and as soon as we get the number locked in, then we just need to try to shop the flights and get all that done, and try to get a commitment from each person. Maybe I know with the foundation and all that's going to pay for some of it, but if you go ahead and get a trip deposit, paid from everybody, it kind of is their buy-in and kind of their sign up, wanting to go. And then once we get all that stuff done, everybody starts working on their visa and all that. And then, we buy the tickets, everything kind of falls in line after that. And the schedule will be pretty much, we can give you a rundown schedule, and I have it, most of the time between the 2 of us, what time we're going to meet in the morning and all that. But really, as soon as we get on the plane till when we come home, it's just going to be a lot of kids. And we'll be seeing, we'll be spending time with kids pretty much every day. The name of the home will change and their names will change, but pretty much everything is very similar day by day. Of course, the project might change, but it'll be a very similar thing to where we show up. It'll be a greeting. They will serve a hot tea, which is great in India, and then normally they will do an introduction and a dance or a song, and then after that, it's kind of a warm up time to where we just play and do some type of activity until we have to make everybody leave. Everybody gets disappointed because I'm trying to get everybody in the van to go to the next place.
Gotcha. So you had mentioned getting a tourist visa versus not getting the humanitarian visa.
Yes.
Why one versus the other? And are we conforming by getting the tourist visa? Are we in full compliance of the intent of the visas?
Yeah, a tourist visa normally for a nonprofit, if we were staying for a long period of time and we were building in a construction environment, or we were doing a big evangelistic meeting or anything like that, we would have to get something different. But since we're just visiting children that we know, we don't have to get one of the humanitarian, or, most people will go, well, it's your work. Why aren't you going on a work visa? Well, it's not really work because we're not doing any commerce either. And so we're not actually doing any trade. We're not selling. We're not buying. So that's the reason in the three different type visas.
Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that getting the tourist visa wasn't like a faux pas for getting the wrong one or something like that.
Yeah, no. Even in India now, you can get a visa on site when you get there. It's just that we get there at like 3 a.m. in the morning. It's just a little bit easier to do it before you go rather than just show up at the airport and get it, because at 3 a.m., you got 2 or 3 people working and you got to stand in line if something goes wrong. Everybody's tired from not sleeping and you want to just show them your visa and keep going.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. So one thing we don't do is, we don't wear our Christian t-shirts when we parade through the airport, and, just because we don't want to stand out. We don't want to start any type of mild persecution as soon as we step out on the ground of India. So we will just wear plain clothes. We won't wear, our church labeled t-shirt on the way over there. Once we get, on the ground, we go to a home and we want to, become a team and all that, we'll do that. But we normally just try to stay under the radar as much as we can. And we're even doing that with supplies because we got, we had to go through a big deal at customs because they thought we were reselling all the items that we have. And then when we told them, no, we're doing orphan care, and it just, it didn't seem real to them. And so sometimes you just have to explain yourself more than, and at 3:30 in the morning, that's the last thing you want to be doing.
We were talking on the way over too of the projects that, we're going to do, that we would probably need to purchase things locally, which would help anyway. But go ahead and purchase whatever money we raise for certain projects we could purchase over there. That would, one thing, we wouldn't have to carry all the stuff.
Yeah.
It's less expensive.
Yeah, and it's less expensive. Yeah.
So you mentioned like projects that we would do. What kind of stuff would that entail?
Yeah, we may end up, I'm throwing things out there just thinking, okay, that, every child needs a towel after they get out of the shower. Well, now that, they could be, 35 children sharing, 14 towels. I don't know. We gotta assess what the need might be. And, we may have purchased towels 2 years ago, but you know how that is. You got to have a new one. And so, sometimes that's just getting there, distributing that. If we end up doing the first aid kit type thing, then it would be a time where we would end up playing with the children, kind of getting them off to the side. And then we'd kind of have, 2 or 3 of us, probably with Andrew leading the charge of just showing them, how to open up one, how to use it, what to use this for, what to use that for, just some basic first aid type stuff that would be very helpful. And then it would just kind of go from there. And I don't know all the, giftedness of everybody on the team. So a lot of times, depending on the giftedness of who goes with us, what we might be able to do. I mean, it's helpful to have Andrew there last time because, he was, knew his way around a camera and a video. And so whoever has different giftedness, we normally just plug them right into something.
We talked about some fun stuff too, like the kids really love their pictures made. And so we were throwing around when 3 of us met about maybe getting some kind of camera or Polaroid or something where we can leave the children's photos with them because they enjoyed it so much. That's not a need, but it's fun.
Yeah, many of them have never seen their photo before, so having a photo for them to keep in their room is a big deal.
And Andrew, I have a concern. In the states from 19 to 27, children will be completing their second term exam.
Okay.
And there are few possibilities where the schools shift their dates. Okay, and I can work out on that. And if we visit a children home and some kids may be writing their exams and they may join later and all these concerns. And another thing is, it's a season of festival.
Mm-hmm.
So the festival, the most important festival is called Diwali, the crackers. They will be making too noisy for you when you sleep or when you travel on the road or, okay. And this is the season of festival and we cannot say no to anything. But you can even burst a crackers.
Sure.
Okay, you can have fun.
You can be a part of the festival.
You can be a part of the festival before you leave.
I've never turned down fireworks. I'm just saying. That's never been a problem with me.
Yeah.
So you said you were worried about their exams?
Exams.
Okay.
It's not with all the kids. As for my knowledge, they should have holidays.
Okay.
Holidays of 15 days and more. It all depends on the school.
Okay.
And we can confirm that too again before we book the final tickets.
Yeah, I mean, if we need to move something one direction or the other to suit you guys' schedule, please let us know.
Yeah, we'll work on that and get some exacts back, by the time you firm up the roster.
Okay. And when do we need to firm up the roster, do you think?
You tell us. We're here to serve you. So, the quicker we firm up the roster, and, it's like, airline tickets. The earlier you buy them, especially for India, the better. And so, the sooner that we have that, the quicker we can get everything kind of rolling. Once we get the tickets purchased, then everything just kind of slows down from there.
Okay.
And then, we can kind of coast our way into, final meeting, getting, everything else will be done by email, like pack list and, do's and don'ts and things like that will be sent out, documents, and people can, do Q&A with me, every day, any day.
We can also help over there.
Yeah, and y'all been there before, so y'all kind of know all the questions if somebody runs into you at church and wants to find out about this or that. And
Sure.
we're both of us are at your disposal anytime you need us.
Okay. So we will, let's try Shelly and then Bronx as well. Let's try in the next week to get our final commitments.
Yeah.
And then we'll see if we can, I know it's going to be tough for people like your friend to say, hey, do you want to go? And by the way, we need a deposit. But if we can manage that so we can start looking at tickets, start trying to confirm that. It is the 2nd, so an arbitrary date of, like, let's say June 1st for final commitments, looking to purchase tickets around then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which means 2 weeks for soft commitments and then have a deposit by June 1st. Is that reasonable?
Yeah, that's really good.
Do we know what the deposit amount is?
No, let us talk operationally about that. And maybe Shelly, you can talk to Johnny about what he needs offline. But I would imagine if plane tickets are in the $1,500 range and we've got about 1,000 per person, that it would have to be at least about $500 give or take.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's about right. Yep.
So, and then my mind is fried. Sorry.
Ours is too. I think the two here have drank from a fire hose at Orange.
Sure. Prompts, do you
No
have
pun intended, by the way.
Would you say, Andrew? I heard
do you
you
guys
say
have
from.
final questions or thoughts that we can clear up for you?
This is kind of might be a question easy to answer on the internet, but seeing that Bangalore is a major city, I'm assuming that there's a lot of English speakers around, because that's the only language I know, and I don't know it very well.
You don't need to worry about all those things.
Yeah,
They-
I found that
Yeah,
happens
you-
everywhere thanks to the Brits.
Yeah, we'll have a couple people with us at all times that are going to speak any different language that the kids are going to speak. Most of the directors will speak English, so that's really easy. And then some of the older kids will even be able to say a few words. So we'll have somebody to translate with us at all times. Normally 2 or 3 people at our disposal. Right there
Google
with
Translate
us.
works well too.
What's that?
So Google Translate works well too.
I don't know if that works in India.
Your internet will be non-existent.
Okay. I don't know. I found my phone works better in like Malaysia than it does in Ohio, so maybe it'll work there.
They're close.
We'll find out. Maybe.
Hopefully. All right. Well,
All right, thanks, guys.
I appreciate it.
Else?
Yeah. Thank you all for your time.
Yes.
We look forward to India. It's going to be a great trip.
All right. God bless you guys. So, Jenna, I just want to hug your neck.
Thank you.
Bless you, buddy. All right. God bless you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Jen?